am the Martian ambassador. We come in peace. We come in peace.
Came in peace.
These invasions are not only found in science fiction, they're affecting the habitat of the Great Lakes here in the Midwest. Meet Hypophthalmicthus nobilis, the bighead carp, a member of the clades Gnathostomata and Actinoptera G, the ray-finned fish. The bighead carp is a silver-gray in color and weighs an average of 40 pounds. The species has a tremendous growth rate, making it popular for sport fishing and aquaculture. They are filter feeders and primarily consume zooplankton and phytoplankton. Their ravenous appetite and ability to eat 40% of their own weight were one of the main reasons they were first introduced to the United States. Brought to the United States from China in the 1970s, Asian carp served as algae cleaners for catfish nurseries and other fisheries. After their escape into the Mississippi River basin, the carp were able to develop self-sustaining populations due to the eutrophic quality of the river. This invasive species of carp has since spread throughout the Mississippi River basin and have become an ecological threat to numerous lake and river ecosystems. Sander Cook, Walter Hill, and Kevin Meyer, researchers working at the Institute of Natural Resource Sustainability at the University of Illinois, conducted an experiment to determine how different plankton densities affect bighead carp weight and length, or their biomass. Additionally, researchers sought to identify which species of zooplankton, specifically Daphnia or copepods, are affected most by the presence of bighead carp. A 37-day indoor experiment was performed in a controlled environment of a fish hatchery. In this experiment, 4 different types of treatment methods were set up within the tanks. Tank 1 contained a high plankton density, which was set up to simulate the current plankton levels in the Mississippi River, and 2 juvenile bighead carp. Tank 2 contained the same high plankton density, but without the presence of the bighead carp. Tank 3 contained a low plankton density, which was set up to simulate the plankton levels of Lake Michigan, where carp have only recently migrated, and 2 juvenile bighead carp. Finally, Tank 4 contained the same low plankton density as Tank 3, but without the presence of bighead carp. The length and biomass of the carp were recorded at the beginning of the trials. Plankton was measured and added every 4 days in order to sustain the desired density levels. After the 37 days, the carp were again measured for length and weight to compare results. Carp growth increased by 2.3% in high plankton density tanks, while carp growth decreased by 2.8% in low plankton density tanks. As expected, carp lost mass in the low plankton treatment and gained mass in the high plankton treatment, suggesting that food availability might be a limiting factor to bighead carp growth in regions of low plankton densities. In the presence of carp, zooplankton shifted from Daphnia to copepod dominance, while in the absence of carp, Daphnia remained dominant. This research is important because many native fish species rely on the same zooplankton as the invasive bighead carp. Because of the bighead carp's ability to grow rapidly when food is abundant and available, there is a risk of diminishing the food sources vital to the Great Lakes native species. Knowledge on feeding habitats and survival ability in bighead carp based on nutrient or desired plankton availability can help researchers and conservationists pinpoint the areas that are most at risk for invasion and concentrate their resources there, rather than spreading them blindly throughout the Great Lakes. In the future, if the invasive bighead carp become more dominant within the Great Lakes, native species of fish will suffer, along with the $7 billion commercial fishing industry.